This is my exact monetization stack to make your first 3K online. Of course, you can make a lot more than 3K a month by doing this, but I think 3K is a great goal to start with. It's enough to live comfortably in different places around the world if you want a digital nomad. And making my first 3K a month really did change my life. But there are some things you should know before you dive into it. Diversifying your income is amazing, but it's really important to start with one solid, stable base of an income, and then you can diversify from there. This will give you stability, it'll keep your nervous system calm, and will also set you up for success in the future. Over the years, I have had countless jobs and income streams, many of which did not work out or I did not like. But over the years, through trial and error, I was able to understand better how I worked and what I really enjoyed doing. And that's how I built the income streams that I have today. I do have a free guide linked in the description that will help you understand what your purpose is and what income streams suit you best based on your energetic blueprint and how you work and also your skills. It's completely free. I highly recommend that you use that exercise to find your income streams. I've done it. Hundreds, if not thousands of people have used it and told me it actually changed their life. If I knew back then when I was starting what I know now, these are the income streams that I would have started. One is UGC, user generated content. I talk about this all the time. I charge roughly $1,000 for a UGC video. However, my rates do vary significantly depending on the brand, the scope of work, and so many other things that go into it. I definitely had to work my way up to this rate. However, if you are a new UGC creator, you can start by charging $50 to $100 for a video once you have your portfolio. And if you do a few of these a month or even get a retainer client, you can be making 3K a month just by doing this. Another way that has been slept on but is now starting to gain traction and recognition is high ticket remote sales. I started doing this a few years ago, and the way I got into it was not customary and how it usually happens. It's because I built an opportunity for myself with a business. I was using this company for myself, paid for their services, etc. And I shared it with my audience and with my network, and everyone else was like, oh, I need that. I could use that. So I started sending them referrals to the extent where I became their highest affiliate. And I just asked them, can I close my own deals because I'm sending you so much business? And that is how I fell into high ticket closing. However, I do have a background in sales. I was in tech sales, and I've had other sales jobs as well. But sales is a skill that you need in every single industry and that you can monetize in so many different ways. Whether you are selling a product or a service for another company or a product or a service for yourself, if you're a creator, you are a salesperson. So if you can master sales, you can make a lot of money. So I highly recommend learning sales. You can take courses, you can learn from experts, even watching YouTube videos, but you do need to have a specific type of personality to actually find success in sales. I don't think it's for everyone, and it can lead to burnout if it's not meant for you. So use the free guide to see if it actually suits you. But sales is a very lucrative industry to get into. A third way you can make money online is by becoming a freelancer in whatever you are an expert in. All of us have skills, whether you work for a corporation or you worked any sort of job before or you have an education background. You have skills that you can freelance on your own. I recommend doing this if you have a full-time corporate job. Sit down and make a list of everything that you do in this job, and you can even ask ChatGPT, hey, I have skills in this, and this is what I do, and this is my education background. What can I do as a freelancer? What kind of opportunities are there for me as a freelancer? From here, you do have to build your client base. This involves putting yourself out there and building your personal brand. You cannot get around trying to build a personal brand. You need one today, especially if you want to be remote and you want to make money online. You have to share your wins, you have to share your skills and expertise, and you have to market yourself. It goes back to sales, like I was just saying. But if you do this and you build a strong personal brand, you will have opportunities coming inbound to you that will make you money. And as you grow your client base and as there's more of a demand for you because you are proving results, you'll be able to raise your prices and make a lot of money just by freelancing, or even build out your own agency and whatever it is. Some options are copywriting, digital marketing, social media management, brand strategy. The list goes on and on, but you can really leverage all of these, but you have to build the base, which is your personal brand, which is your network. All these different things together in unison will make you money online if you do it well. I teach you how to do all of these things, from building a personal brand to all the different income streams and how to kind of structure them in Alignment Lounge, which is my membership. I host webinars bi-weekly. I host group coaching calls. I'm always giving tips and connecting members to opportunities in my personal network. So if you are interested, you can join at the link below. And if you are not ready to join yet, I really recommend that you do the free exercise. But if you have systems and structure and you believe in yourself and you know your self-worth, you will be able to make money online. I'm not going to lie and say it'll happen overnight, but if you start taking the steps towards it today, you will be able to build your income streams and create a name for yourself in the online digital marketing community if that's where you want to go into. Personally, I started with my college degree teaching English in Spain. From there, I got a job in tech sales, and that was my first real taste of working remotely and earning a full-time income. But while I was working that remote job, I always was creating content, building my network outside of it, and building my online income streams. And that is how I am now able to work remotely from anywhere in the world for myself, doing what I love today, because I took that first step to building an income stream. And it took me far longer to make my first dollar than you would imagine. But if I knew then what I know now and what I'm sharing with you today, it would have happened so much faster. But to give you a synopsis of this video, I highly recommend going into UGC if you are creative, if you love talking to the camera, you're extroverted, and you even want to do content creation. This is a great way to start making money. You can also go into affiliates, which kind of teeters on both ends of high ticket remote sales, and UGC, where you can make money by sharing products or services that you love by referring people to them. And high ticket remote sales, if you have a sales background or if you take a course on sales and build this muscle, you can earn so much money, because some of these high ticket items or services cost $5,000 to $10,000 to $100,000, and you can make anywhere from 5% to 20% commission off of a closed deal. If you do the math, 20% of 5K is $1,000, and you can make that in a couple of hours if you close deals. But I want to stress that you have to be good at sales to make money in sales, but there's money to be made there. If you have any questions, leave them below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up. Connect with me on Instagram and TikTok. I hope you found this really helpful. Click the next video in the screen to learn more about this topic.